Hello everyone, this is IS323Unit2 session recording. The Unit 2 reading and discussion. Unit 2 reading this week is the tutorial 2, getting started with CSS. The Unit 2 discussion, the initial post is due by Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. Respond to the two elements of the discussion. Although designing and creating websites sounds like an easy and fun process, many web designers are faced with significant challenges if the design process does not include a long-term vision. Discuss some design factors that might impact a website over the long term. What are some of the major issues involved in managing all the resources used in website development? And how would you handle these issues if you were in charge of your company's website? Cite your sources using APA and don't forget your in-text citation. You need 3 replies by Sunday, and at least one of your replies should have an open-ended question. The Unit 2 assignment is due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Complete the Diane's Run Case Problem 3 from Tutorial 1 of your text. Zip all of the files and submit the zip file. Using your editor, open the DR index txt HTML. You're going to add your name and the date and the metadata. Now here's an example of the metadata. This time I didn't give you the full code. You need to look in the book or online for the make sure you have all of the code in there. So it tells you what metadata to add, and that you need to link the document to the CSS files. And those are the 2 links. Then when it's in the document head, insert a header element, 2 section elements, and a footer. So you're going to have a header, section, footer. Then in the header element, you're going to insert a navigation list containing an unordered list with the items home, race info, and frequent FAQ. Link the items to the DR index HTML, DR info HTML, and DR FAQ HTML files respectively. And then the file DR index.txt contains the text to be inserted in the Diane Runs homepage. Go to the DR index text file in your text editor and copy the text from the first section of the file, then go to the HTML document and paste it into the first section. So this is the first section, this is the second section, and this is the footer. So this is an example of one section. So you're going to mark the line what your support does as heading 1. You're going to mark 2 paragraphs, and then you're going to mark 4 ways a contribution can help as an unordered list. So you see this is the unordered list. Mark the $signs of each item using the strong element. Then you're going to return to the drindex.txt file in your text editor, copy the text from the second section, then close that file and go back to your HTML editor and paste it into the second section. And then within the second section, you're going to enclose the opening heading, Diane's Run September 9th, 2017, within a header element, and mark it as H1. So here's the H1, and it's marked as a header. Then you're going to mark the first paragraph after the header as a paragraph, and mark the text Diane's Run in this opening paragraph as strong. And we did the strong last week, so you should know how to do that. Mark the minor headings, how to join, history, and remembering Diana as H2 headings. So here you have H2 heading, history. An example of Diane's Run is strong. Within the footer elements, insert the following text, Diane's Run. Then you need the heart, 45 Mountain Drive. So basically, you need the code for the heart, and so forth. Then save your changes to the file and then open it in the browser, verify that the content and the layout match the figure on page 1, on figure 148. So the rest I'll let you do on your own. Check the files. So you're going to need to check your HTML and CSS files that you edited each week in the assignment. So you're going to go to the validators. Here's the address for the HTML. And here's the address for the CSS. When you get done, you're either going to get a warning or errors, or you're going to get that your document was complete. And I will be checking your files too, so make sure you do that. And I will have a checklist again this week, like I did for Unit 1. The Unit 2 quiz is due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. It can only be taken once. Know what a home page is. That's that's on appendix page HTML E1. Know how to create a link to an anchor or ID, page HTML 63. Know what tag can be used to make an image clickable for different links, page HTML 324. Know what a hotspot is and how to create each shape, HTML 324. Know what shapes can be used to define a hotspot in an image map, page 325. To create a polygonal hotspot, you enter the coordinates of each corner in the shape. If the coordinates of your area tags on an image map overlap, the first tag is used. Know what web browsers communicate with web servers using, page HTML 64. Know the difference between relative and absolute paths and the syntax for each. That's on HTML 61. Know the protocol used to open a user's email client and address a new message, page HTML 65. Know what you are vulnerable to when you add email links to a web page, HTML 67. Know the difference between a linear structure and a hierarchical structure, appendix HTML E2. Know how hypertext is created, page HTML 57. To enable users to jump to a specific location within a document, you first what? Page HTML 63. I'm sorry, I have that twice. Every website includes a list containing links to main topic areas of the site called a navigation list. That's all I have for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know.